What is going on, Dudes and Foxy Dudettes? Welcome back to the Well-Rounded Dude podcast. Big episode number 5. I got my buddy Yahya with me. We recorded this episode previously. We're doing 10 things we can't live without. Remix edition. A lot of cool stuff on here, guys. Be sure to check it out. And we give you more than just things you can't live without. We got some great tips in here for you. So let's hop into it. Dudes and Foxy Dudettes, I have got 1/3 of the Turtleneck Squad here. Actually, 2/3 because I'm part of it too. But another third of the Turtleneck Squad here. One of my closest friends, my brother from another mother. Last week you guys got to see Elliot. This week you get to see Yahya. Yahya, tell the people what's up.
Hey, what's going on, man? Thanks for having me, man. Happy
Anytime.
to be here. Happy to be talking to all the homies and the dudes and dudettes. Appreciate you having me come on board to talk to you today.
Oh, anytime, bro. You're welcome anytime. You know that. So, what are we going to talk about today?
All right. So today we're going to talk about the 10 things we can't live without. The remix version.
Remix. I'm here for it. I'm excited. We should get started.
Absolutely.
As a guest, I'm going to let you go first. What is one of the 10 things that you cannot live without?
Oh, man. All right. So the first one, I got to give you your kudos. I got to give you your respect early in the game. A charcoal gray suit.
Oh,
I remember
dude.
we go back to 2020, man, when we first met. I was like, Navy suit or die.
Mm-hmm.
You were like, nah, man, it's the charcoal. And like as the years progressed, just matching fits together. I'm like, Chris was right, man. He was
No.
right. It's the charcoal, it's the dark charcoal, man. So I definitely got to put that on top of the list. It's good for anything, any event, a workhorse suit, even a suit for, not to be on a negative note, but if you had to go to a funeral or anything like that, charcoal suit can make the cut. It's good for going out, good for dressing down, dressing up. So it really is a very versatile suit. The less sheen, the better, for sure. You don't want something that has like a crazy sheen to it, but just having something that has like, you could play with the different materials, the different types of cottons, the different types of wools, but charcoal gray is where it's at for sure.
I wholeheartedly agree. I'm glad that you've come aboard to the dark side with the charcoal gray suit.
It took me about 3 years, but I'm there now. I'm there.
That's okay. Yeah, you're here now. And, I agree. Like you said, having a charcoal gray suit is just like a staple. Navy can be too. A lot of people do say navy, but I just feel it works a little bit better than navy. It'll check more boxes.
I agree.
A well-fitting suit is always important. So
first and foremost,
yeah, make sure to make friends with your tailor, kids. Don't go with some ill-fitting suits. We have seen way, way too many ill-fitting suits.
Or too tight.
Ill-fitting. Too big, too tight. You can get a proper fitting suit. All right?
For sure.
Yeah.
What you got, my brother?
All right, so for my first one, I'm going to go with a leather jacket.
Ooh, okay. I like that.
Anybody that knows me knows I love leather jackets. I've got about 15 of them. So, brown or black, that's your preference. You can go with a moto style. You can go, my personal favorite is like a leather overcoat. That's my favorite one. I rock a Calvin Klein one. I think you've seen that before. And that's one of my favorite ones. And one of the facts that a lot of people aren't too privy to is that you can get them altered. So piggybacking off of our last tip of making friends with your tailor, if your tailor's really good, they can also alter your leather jacket. It'll cost a little bit more. Don't,
for sure.
It'll definitely cost you a little bit. But it's definitely worth it to have a great fitting leather jacket.
Absolutely. Yeah, but love it. What color would you suggest? Just the plain black, or would you suggest a different color? What you rocking with?
I always go with black. I think black will always work better. I mean,
Hmm.
it depends on the person's aesthetic. You
Hmm.
know, brown looks good, but there's a lot of different shades of brown. And, they say that you should really try to match your shoes and your belt. So
Hmm.
browns can be a little bit tougher to match
I agree
than
with that
black, in
for
my
sure.
opinion.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah, there's so many types of browns too. So yeah, to your point, it can get very difficult, especially the lighter. If you go more like a cognac leather, it's hard. Good luck finding a belt that matches that exact cognac type hue, right? So yeah, I
yep,
definitely agree. A black is probably a good staple to start with, and then you can start branching out with the colors that resonate more with you over time, for
yep,
sure.
yep.
Hmm.
100% agree.
Hmm.
Do you have a leather jacket?
I do. I have a moto jacket actually. It is
Sweet.
from Topman, actually. Got it a few years ago. My wife actually got it for me. Well, then girlfriend got it for me at the time. Um, I love it. I love the biker look. I like the way it ages. It almost kind of gets this like patina over time, right? As it ages, it kind of ages with you and it grows with you over time. So it looks great with like a pair of, you know, selvage denim. Looks good with a pair of, Chelsea
Yep.
boots or, regular, more rugged type boots. So it definitely it adds character to it. I will say that as time goes on. So I'm a huge fan of leather jackets. That was my first one and currently my only one at this time, but I do plan to get more in the future for sure.
Very cool. Very cool. I
Hmm.
will add this too. For anybody listening out there, try to go with real leather. Do not go with faux leather. Um,
For sure.
you can
Hmm.
really tell the difference. I mean, personally, I mean, if you're vegan, you got
Hmm.
to do you. I understand that. But
Right.
if you're doing it to save a buck, you're better off saving up because faux leather
Yeah.
will peel. You'll spend all this money because they're not that cheap. They're like, I've seen faux leather jackets for like $200. You can get
Oh
real
yeah.
leather jackets for about that. So
Hmm.
depending on where you go. Um,
Absolutely.
so you're better off like saving your money if it's a dollar issue because that faux leather jacket will
Hmm.
peel and it'll be trash in like a year or two.
Yeah, the peeling is what really sucks on it. Like once it peels, it's really no coming back from that. And
Yeah, there's no
yeah.
fixing it. It's trash can time, and it's
Hmm.
a lot of money just to be throwing away.
Absolutely. And I will say this, in our top 10, folks, just keep in mind, we are talking about when we say our top 10, this is the most high quality that your budget can afford. Okay. So just keep that in mind. We didn't say that, but it's kind of like a known thing, right? Like,
Yeah,
mhm.
we're not snobs here,
Yeah, I'm
but
not telling
yes,
you to go to H&M, no offense to H&M or anything like that, but I just want you to know whatever your budget can afford, get the highest quality. If it has to be H&M, lean more towards the H&M premium line. You get what I'm saying? So just try to
yep,
get the best that your buck will stretch. So,
yep. And now
mhm,
that you brought up H&M, that actually brings up a tip I want to like pass along. Like H&M sometimes gets a bad rap,
definitely.
for quality and such.
Mhm.
But it's also a good stepping stone if you're trying something new. Like if you're not
Yeah,
sure about a certain style, H&M is the perfect place to go to
it is.
invest in. If you're not sure about uh, Chelsea boots, I don't know if they sell Chelsea boots, but
They
we'll
do.
just
They
use
do.
that.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Hmm.
for example,
Hmm.
if you're not sure about that, that's the perfect place to go to try it and see if it works for you. You may not like how it looks,
Right.
and then this way you've spent, granted those shoes aren't going to last forever, but you'll be able to, eventually save up for a more expensive pair.
Yeah, I agree with that for sure.
Oh,
Hmm.
cool. Awesome.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cool, cool. So my number two is actually more personal. Um, I love wallabies. Um, Wallabies is a type of shoe with like kind of like a gummy sole. They're
Okay.
very big in London, actually. They're very big in London. But I've growing up, I've always been a fan. I'm a huge fan of Clarks, the brand.
Okay.
My first pair of Clarks were actually the desert boot, right? The legendary desert boot, right? And the wax, like, I think like the wax material
Yup.
that made it waterproof. Those are my first. I remember when I went to college, my mom got me my first pair of desert boots, and they lasted me all through college and then some. They're amazing. They had like that like gummy type sole on it. very, very like it withstand multiple winters and multiple rainstorms, and I was still good. So the Wallabies, if you don't know what that is, definitely Google it. Very comfortable, probably arguably the most comfortable shoe. And take it from me, I'm someone who's flat-footed, so Nikes aren't as comfortable as like say a New Balance for me or Reebok. So where I like a mean pair of Jordans or a mean pair of Air Maxes is not always the most comfortable. And when it comes to certain like boot type shoes, as a flat-footed individual, Wallabies are extremely comfortable. And it's a good alternative to someone who might like Uggs, but you want to like spice it up a little bit. I think it's a great alternative. It looks a little better. You can wear it with sweats, you can wear it with denim, you can wear it with khakis. You can get high top, low top. They have a variety of different colors, all the way from nudes to like, beiges to, olive greens, mint greens, whatever suits your fancy. So I'm a huge fan of them. So I would definitely say Wallabies for me.
Okay. Good choice. Good choice. All right.
What you got?
My next one is not fashion related, oddly enough.
Okay. I like that. I like where we're going.
Yeah. But I feel it's extremely important that every guy has one of these.
Okay.
A cast iron skillet.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a really good one.
Well, thank you.
That's a really good one. I like that one.
For you guys that don't know, cast iron skillet is pretty much the only pan you need. You don't really need anything else other than a cast iron skillet. Now, you can cook your steaks in there. You can make awesome salmon, pork chops, chicken. Like, cast iron is really known for frying chicken. I know. I love like fried chicken in a cast iron pan. It's very low maintenance. A lot of people think that it's like really hard to clean, but it's not. You can do it. And I mean, it's great for breakfasts like bacon, eggs, cooked in a cast iron skillet.
Love.
Yeah. Like it's good. Cornbread made in a cast iron skillet.
I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you throwing it back. That's you going old school with it. The cornbread in the skillet. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, hell yeah. Dude, I had a conversation with a coworker like a couple years ago. I'm like, he was talking about his mom making cornbread. I'm like, how does she make it? And he's like, well, she puts it in a pan. I'm like, is it a cast iron pan? No. I'm like, then she doesn't know how to make cornbread. She's been fucking up your cornbread for years.
Yeah. Fucking up your life.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's like, you don't even know what you're missing.
I have no idea. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that.
And plus, well-rounded dude viewers, if you've been watching the YouTube channel, I just released a tutorial on how to make salmon in a cast iron skillet recently. I've also showed you how to make a steak, the best steak you'll ever make in a cast iron skillet.
100% agree with you on that. I only put steak in a cast iron. Like, what you doing otherwise? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah. Like, I get disappointed when I go out to a restaurant now, and if I get a steak, and I'm like, it's good. But, I mean, it's not like I feel I make a better steak at home than I do than going out. And New York strip steaks are my specialty. So.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to pull up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to pull up, man. I'm going to have to make a trip upstate, see what's going on there.
Yeah, for sure, man. I'll make you a steak.
Love it. Appreciate it.
Do you use a cast iron skillet?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Awesome. Very 100%. Cool. What's your favorite thing to cook in it?
Yeah, I would definitely say steak for sure. Definitely, I've done steak in there. Actually, chicken thighs. I've done chicken thighs in there. Sauteed with like onions and whatnot. Definitely a huge fan of that. I got to do the cornbread. Definitely. I know my aunties and stuff used to do it like that, like old school. They knew what they was doing. I actually cooked eggs in the cast iron. I mean, I try to use the crap out of a cast iron skillet as much as I can. I'm just like, if I was in the wilderness, what would I need? And I'm like, okay, cast iron. I need that. And burgers. You can make some mean burgers, just salt, pepper, man. Throw some onions and stuff in there.
Yeah.
Mind blowing how good that is.
Oh, I know it, dude. Like, it's like, why do I need a grill? Like, I got my
You
cast
don't need
iron
one.
pan.
You
Yeah,
really don't. You
yeah,
don't.
like
Yeah.
the flavors and everything, and it's good for you because it adds iron into your food. So
Yeah.
it's really good for you.
Absolutely. Yeah. Throw some butter in that thing. It's over with.
Yup, for sure.
Hmm. Hmm.
Now I'm
Yeah.
getting hungry.
Okay. I know, right? I'm sorry.
Oh, it's my fault. I brought it up.
Hey, man. It's all good. It's all good, man. No worries.
Yeah.
No worries. Cool, cool, cool.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
what's next in your list?
Oh, let me see. I got a bunch written down. Mine's are pretty fashion forward or style forward. I will say a everyday watch. I think an everyday watch is necessary. Like even for me, I have a regular watch. It's a 39 millimeter um, regular watch. This one particularly is a GMT. It's something I like to wear every day. When I wear a suit, typically I'll go for more of a dressy style. I'm more of like if you think of like a Cartier tank, like the square face, very small. I have a vintage Gucci from that my dad passed down to me. It's in 1981 or 82, I believe, and it's like 31 millimeter, very, very small. But other than that, an everyday watch, something that, I would think of watches such as like a Seiko SKX 007. I'm just going to throw those out for the people that are actually watch heads.
Yup.
Um, Another one that's good is like a Hamilton Khaki Field watch. That
Okay.
has a lot of history behind it. That's a great watch. You can get something from like Longines. It just depends. Every level there is a watch. There is the Timex. I believe it's the Timex. I forget what it's called. Mariner? Might be the Timex Mariner. It's a good everyday watch. So like things like that. Even certain swatches are pretty good for everyday watches, right? So I think having an everyday watch is great. It's just a nice timepiece, and especially we live in such a digital age. Everyone has Apple watches and things like that. So having something that might be like analog every once in a while, something mechanical is always cool. I think it's just it just shows that you have interest in other things. You appreciate engineering at its finest, right? One of the most
Yup.
complicated one of the most complicated things on your wrist that most people don't realize how complicated it actually is. So I think having a good everyday watch is a must for sure.
I wholeheartedly agree. A nice
Mhm.
throwback. I myself have a Samsung Galaxy Watch for
Hey, it's all good.
yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. Like everybody should have a watch, especially if like you said, with a suit. Like this wouldn't work with a suit, but I mean, you can make it look like like a classic watch. I mean, even the watch face I have on here says Rolex.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. I think the Galaxy watches, you can make them look like normal watches. So
Hmm. Hmm.
where Apple watches is kind of hard to do that because they're all rectangles or squares. It doesn't look.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
You can't dress that up. But like a Galaxy watch, I think you can dress up a little bit.
Hmm.
But no, I agree with you on if I'm wearing a suit, I'm wearing a classic watch. You know.
Absolutely. Yeah. And you used to have the correct me if I'm wrong, you used to have the subscription with Watch Gang, right? Is that
Yeah.
the Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. You had a pretty sick watch. I thought because I remember I walked up to you. I was like, "Yo, is that a Rolex Submariner on your
Yeah.
wrist?" You're like, "No, it's not, but it looks like it." I was like, "It really does." Like you had
Yeah.
me fooled. It's
Yeah.
clean though.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah. I was really surprised when I pulled that out of the box that day. I was like, oh, look at this. It looks just like a Rolex.
absolutely, absolutely, man. And then definitely depending on your wrist size too. Like all wrist sizes are different. Like for me, I think I'm like a 6.5 wrist. So I tend to lean more towards like 34 millimeter, 36, 38. I usually won't go past 40. I mean, obviously, I do have a Seiko SKX 007, which is really nice. It's like a dive watch. Those are typically big, they're dive watches, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that's a 42, but the lug to lug looks really good on your wrist. It like sits so perfectly on a wrist that it doesn't look that big. So, there's some people that love the big wrists, like the Sylvester Stallones of the world. He has huge wrists,
Yeah.
but he likes the big watches, right? Some people like the Seiko Sumo watch, which is like this big ass watch, or the tuna, right? So it
Mm-hmm.
just depends, man. Everyone's different, but definitely get something that I would say the wrist ratio has to be on point. You don't want to get like a 47-inch, watch and, you're like a 6 1/4 wrist. Like that's not going to look right. It's going to be hanging down and flipping over. You don't want that. So you definitely want to make sure that at least your cuff or something like that can fit over it nicely. So, those are just like some little tidbits that you can take away for people that are looking in the market for a watch. They don't really know. They're not really into brands, particularly like the higher up brands, but they're like, you know what, a Fossil is nice, or, a Hamilton is nice, or a Movado is nice, right? So whatever you're into, just make sure like that it fits your wrist. So I always recommend going in the store, actually trying it on. Instead
Yep.
of just ordering online. Yeah, it's a Burberry watch, sure. Cool. You got a raise, you got promotion at your job, you want to go fancy with it, that's great. But make sure that you try it on first so it fits your wrist. That's all I
Yep.
would say to that. For sure.
Exactly. And get
Mhm.
it sized if it doesn't, because
Absolutely. Most 9 times out of 10, you will get links taken out. I will assure you, unless you get a leather wristband or something, you will 100%, or a silicone wristband, which are pretty cool as well. But if you're getting links, yeah, stainless steel bracelet, you will get links taken out 9 out of
yeah,
10 times.
yeah.
Mhm.
Make sure to do that.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Cool. Yeah, what you
Yes.
got next? That
Uh,
that skillet messed me up, man. Now I'm like, I gotta think of one. I might have to take something off the list. I'm like, damn, I didn't know he was going there. I didn't know he was going there.
my next one is probably going to take one off your list too. Uh,
Okay. hmm
uh,
hmm
a good fragrance.
Damn. All right. Well, I'll tell you mine once you tell me yours.
Okay. Well, I was just going to go with in general. So I wasn't going to
Okay.
specifically. We could talk about our favorites. We got the
Yeah,
time.
let me know what your favorite is for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Uh, it's hard to choose.
There are a lot of really supreme fragrances out there for sure. From the fashion, from the niche, there's a lot of good fragrances, bro. Like
Yeah.
it is hard to narrow it down to one if you can only choose one. I think that might be impossible for me. I don't know.
Yeah. Now, I tend to go like more designer stuff just because that's easier in my area. We don't really have.
Easier to get for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have like the niche ones. I know
Mhm.
you go for more niche ones. So,
Yeah.
which is cool. I wish we
Mhm.
had it in my area. Although I'm kind of glad because then I would be spending more money on them. But
Oh, dude, they get expensive. They get expensive. Trust me. Stay with the designers, bro.
oh, dude, I know. Believe me, I know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, one of my favorites, Spice Bomb Extreme.
That's a good pick. That's a good one. I love it. Yeah, Spice Bomb is solid for sure.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. That's one of my favorites. That's one of my go-tos for like fall and winter time. And I always get
That's good.
disappointed. I always shed a little tear when it comes to be like springtime and I'm like, it's the last time I get to wear you.
Yep, exactly. So okay, so what's your what are you usually working with spring, summer?
There's two actually.
Okay.
One, and this one is very rare because it's discontinued, but it
Okay.
kind of piggybacks off the other one.
Right.
Spice Bomb Oh Fresh or whatever.
Oh, okay.
That one that got
Yeah,
discontinued.
I know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, that one works pretty well.
hmm
Another one that I really like is Tommy Bahama Maritime Deep Blue Sea or Deep
Okay.
Blue, I think it's
Yeah. I
like,
smelled that before. I got my nose on that. Yep.
yeah, like I got compliments, like serious compliments in the mall when I was wearing that one day. And the funny part is, I mean, it's not even an EDT. It's,
Mhm. Yeah. It's
so
just Eau de Cologne, right? Is that Eau
yeah,
de Cologne? Yeah.
yeah,
Right. Mhm.
yeah. So for the guys that don't know, like, and fragrance levels, EDC, which is Eau de Cologne, is like the lowest parfum concentration. Or
Mhm.
there might be one below it,
Al-
right?
Alcohol or something like that. Yeah. I think there's one below it.
There might be
Is
one
with-
below it.
Yeah. Yep.
But most of the time, and this is kind of changing, but most of the time, fragrances are in the EDT, the Auto Toilette. That's usually the usual concentration.
Yeah.
EDP is up there, and then you have parfums, and now they've got some,
Extracts.
some weird ones that I don't know. I didn't hear about those until like a couple of years.
It's like, yeah, those are like more niche. Like a lot of the extracts because you're paying for the like how strong it is, like how powerful it is, right?
Right.
So
Yeah.
those notes are very like prominent in there. So it's like more of the like the alcohol that's in it.
Yeah.
The higher you go, so you're gonna pay for
Yeah.
that. Hmm.
Yeah, for sure. So, it's on the lower end, the Deep Blue Sea or
Hmm.
Deep Blue. I can't remember what it is right now yeah, off the top of my
Hmm.
head. But it projects really well. And I get lots of compliments. And it's not that expensive. I think I got it for like $28. It's not an expensive bottle at all. So
Hmm.
I'm curious, what are some of your picks?
Okay, so I know I'll give you the fragrance, the designer fragrances, and I'll give you a couple niches. I know
Okay.
your audience is more on like the designer side, so I'll give them some designer ones that I really like. So as far as with designer, um, I'm a sucker for Tom Ford. Love
Oh,
Tom Ford fragrances,
same
right?
here.
So you as well. Yep, yep. So my favorite is actually another cop from my wife, then girlfriend, was my first Tom Ford fragrance that I fell in love with instantly, which is Tom Ford Tuscan Leather. That was my favorite. You love leather jackets. That's one for you, a hundred
Yep.
percent. Yeah, she got me that. That was my first like I guess higher designer fragrance that I've ever gotten.
Okay.
So I would say that is good. That's good for date night. It's good for, like cool nights. It lasts probably like 7, 8 hours on you. If you happen to get a little bit on your clothes, it's gonna last the whole day into the next day. You're gonna smell it for sure. That's definitely one for me. I would think maybe one that's more year round is Hermes, Terre de Hermes. That one's good, the
Okay.
EDT. That's a really good one. I like vetiver. I'm a vetiver guy. A lot of people don't like vetiver, but I do like the vetiver note. It's like vetiver and like a bitter orange. Really good. It's not that expensive. You can get it from, the discount sites, your fragrance nets and things like that for fairly cheap for like a pretty sizable bottle. So I would say on the designer end, those are like my two. On the niche end, um, yeah, I'm a groupie now. It took me a long time to get on this one, but Baccarat Rouge 540, I'm a fan. I'm officially a fan of that one. I was not a groupie until like this year. I don't know why. It just hit me. It just hit me. I was just like, wow, I'm a simp. I'm cool with it. It's all good. It's all good. I'm joining the bandwagon. I'm jumping on the bandwagon. That one is a good year-round one. That one is an X-Straight. I get the X-Straight one, not the EDP. I got the small bottle because I wanted to make sure that it actually went with my skin because I've never worn something that's that sweet before. So I'm used to like the darker scents, the ouds, the tobaccos. My favorite scents combined, I like tobacco, I like oud, and I'm starting to like, and I like leather. Those are like my top three if I had a choice, right? Honey is great. Honey goes with everything. Like if you have like that sticky like note in there, very good. So I would say it's between Baccarat Rouge 540, the Extrait, and Honey Oud by Floris. Now that is from London. A lot of people don't know about Floris. I'm a huge fan of London fragrances. So that one is actually one of my signatures. I wear it a lot. It's close to skin, so it's more for like more intimate settings. So taking someone out to dinner, if you're going somewhere, you're at a networking event, and you're close to people. It's non-offensive. Baccarat Rouge can be considered offensive because it has such a huge scent bubble that not everybody can handle it, right? So you just want to make sure that, if you're going out, you spray Baccarat Rouge early in the morning, let it dry down a little bit, but they will smell you like a block away. Like Baccarat Rouge is very strong. But Honey Oud, very close to skin, non-offensive. It has the honey, the sticky honey oud. It's like a gourmand, like it smells edible. That's a good one. So I highly recommend that. Honey Oud by Floris.
Okay. It's good to
Hmm.
know. It's
Hmm.
good to know.
Hmm.
Anything new? Any other things new that you're trying? Because I tried a new one I want to tell you about too. We haven't talked about this yet.
Um, New ones. Well, new ones is in like last year. I would say, um, there's two that there's one that I'm actually gonna pick up, I think this week. Mason Francis Kurkdjian. It's a niche fragrance, Grand Soir. That one I'm picking up probably this week because I live right down the street from the mall. So I
Mm-hmm.
ordered for pickup, so I'm gonna pick that one up. That's one that I'll be trying. I'll let you know about that later this week, hopefully. Another one that I'm trying to get my hands on, I got to save for it, is the Louis Vuitton Nomad. I think Ombre Nomade or something like that. Trying to get my nose on that one. I haven't smelled it yet, but there's a bunch of YouTubers that's like, bro, just buy it. Just stop. Don't waste your time trying to smell it. Just buy the shit. So I was okay, cool. So those are two, and then Naxos, Xerjoff Naxos is my ultimate buy from last year. That is incredible. I have to send you a sample of that one. That one is
Okay.
incredible. But yeah, what you got? What you got going on?
I just got, and this is designer, but I just got YSL Myself. Have you tried that yet?
Okay. No, I never tried that one.
That it's actually pretty good. I was a little surprised. I was in
Okay.
Sephora and I'm just like, oh, that's new. I'll give it a shot. And ooh, I like
It's
this. Yeah.
Okay. Nice dry down. Nice dry down as well.
Yeah. Now,
Okay.
a lot of people are saying it smells very familiar, like it's not a very unique scent. Like it smells
Okay.
like something else.
Got it. Okay.
But
Okay.
if you look at like what they're saying it smells like, it's all over the board. So they're like, oh, it smells like this, it smells like that. It's like about 12 different ones.
Okay.
So right off the bat, it may not smell very unique, but
Okay.
it does turn into something unique, in my opinion. Because I was thinking the same thing at first. I'm like, wow, this smells like Phantom by Paco Rabanne.
Okay. Okay. That's a solid one too.
Yeah, but it changed.
Okay.
So
Interesting. Okay.
yeah,
So maybe it changed from person to person.
it could.
With skin type, I guess maybe.
That's another thing that we always talk about is your body chemistry will change the scent. But this kind of, I don't know, because it was a very quick change. So it may not have to do with body chemistry. It may just be itself or because of the blend of notes or whatever.
Yeah, it could be that. Sometimes it could be like the top notes aren't as strong, and then once it settled down, those middle notes kind of take prominence, right?
Yep.
And then like once you get to like the lower notes, that takes prominence, right? That could be like your cardamoms and things like that that just kind of boost it, along. So yeah, definitely that. And to your point as well, far as with like the skin type, so like Tom Ford Oud Wood, right, is a very famous one. That one smells good on me. It smells incredible on my wife because she likes the same. She's tobacco oud. She likes those darker scents as well.
Yeah.
So for the ladies that listen listen to the show, don't think that they're a lot of these fragrances are one sided. A lot of them are actually unisex now. A lot of designers are going more the unisex route to where the women can also wear it as well as the man. So like Baccarat Rouge, that's unisex. Tom Ford, surprisingly,
a lot
Plum
of them are.
Japanese. Yeah, Plum Japanese. I thought it was a female fragrance because it's like I think it's the burgundy bottle. I automatically thought by default, which was my mistake, that it was just for females. And I've heard a lot of guys that's like, no, I wear Plum Japanese, and I'm like, really? I did not know that. Actually, I think Jace wears Plum Japanese.
Does he? Okay.
I think so. I believe he does. Yeah. So you have to fact check me on that. But I believe that in one of his videos he tried it on, and I was like, really? I didn't know. He also put me on Lost Cherry, which I thought was a female fragrance. And then the Bitter Peach, which I thought was a female fragrance because it's it's an orange bottle, right?
Yeah.
One's orange and one's kind of like a reddish pink.
Yeah.
So I automatically by default assumed that they were female fragrances, and when I put it on my skin, I'm like, oh, okay. I got a lot of compliments, and I was like, interesting, right? So yeah, so definitely, for the ladies out there that's listening to the show, for sure, like a lot of these are unisex. So if you got a boyfriend or anything like that, like you want to borrow his fragrance, and spray a little bit on, I guarantee you'll get your own set of compliments separate from him, for sure.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's notes. It's the same stuff. It's just different formulas.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Good point. Good point. Yeah, that was a good one. We almost had like a whole segment on cologne.
Yeah.
That was nice. That was pretty cool. That's cool.
We could talk about it forever. That's one of our favorite things.
Hmm. Yeah, you do really good content on fragrances for sure,
Well, thank you.
especially ones that are more accessible for sure. Because I know, like, depending on your area, and that's one thing like I forget because it's only 2 hours for me to drive to New York and go to Soho and smell a bunch of fragrances. Like, not everyone has access that lives in different parts of the country. So it's like if you can go to a Ulta, if you can go to a Sephora, if you can go to a like fragrance outlet. Sometimes fragrance outlets they might sneak in a couple creeds here and there, but most of the stuff might be designer, right? So or like another fragrance that's really nice. It's very under the radar. No one really talks about it. There's like maybe 10 videos on it. Daniel Hosier. I think it was one called Ombre Tabac, I believe, or something Tabac. That's an amazing fragrance, and I only paid maybe like $50 for that thing.
Okay.
So I found that at a fragrance outlet, like at the premier outlets, one of the premier outlets near me, 50
Yeah.
bucks, and it's strong. Like I wear it when I go to bed. Like after I shower, I spray it on. I wear it to bed. Smells amazing. So it smells like gingerbread cookies. Not gonna lie.
I don't know what to say.
To each his own, bro. To each his own, man.
Yeah. I mean, there's a ton of fragrances that you can find something that works for you. That's something that differs. That where we differ. Like I don't wear anything after I shower and go to bed. I don't wear a fragrance, but that's interesting. That's pretty good. But I'm also not married, so it does.
I mean, I love scents, man. I like candles. You know what I mean. So I love scents. Scents just they do it for me. They relax me. So I love to smell nice. It's just a thing. I don't know. It's like I'm OCD when it comes to smelling nice. I guess. Who knows?
Well, hey, it's better than the alternative.
Smell like shit.
Yeah. Nobody wants that.
No, absolutely not. No. Oh man. But yeah, what you got? What you got next? What you got next?
Well, actually, that was mine. Fragrance was
don't
mine.
Smell like shit.
Well, fragrance was mine.
Awesome. Oh yeah. So I'll go.
Well, I can go if you need to, because I thought of one right now. So.
Oh shoot!
And it's your fault. So.
Sorry. Apologize.
No, don't apologize. I think I might be stealing another one from you. You just mentioned it a second ago. Candles.
Love candles, bro. Love candles. What's your favorite right now? What you got going on?
Okay, now my all-time favorite one is Summer Storm by Yankee Candle. I don't know if you've ever smelled that one. That one, dude. If you get your hands on it, I think it's seasonal. The Summer Storm, but dude, if you get your hands on that, like I love that one. I like try to stock up on the year. I've got like at least like 20 votives in my my cupboard right now.
Oh snap! Okay.
And I get like the big jars, and then I get like the wax melts of it. Like I stock the fuck up on Summer Storm. But I will say my other one that I was surprised is Amber and Black Pepper from it's Goodfellow and Company from Target.
From Target.
Yeah. And it was I think it was like $10.
Okay.
But this smells fantastic.
I believe you because Goodfellow, I use the body wash.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the one. I think it's the one with the sea salt and something, geranium and something else. I use that one because I think they have like 2 or 3 of them. They have the colognes, the body wash, and the candles.
Yeah, so. I did a video on the colognes. I bought the samples, or they're a decent size.
Yeah,
the travel size. Well, I mean, they were like the big one. Like we still call them
Oh
samples, but
yeah, I
they're
know what
like
you're
the
talking about.
travel size.
Yep.
Um, and it was like I bought 2 4-packs, and they smelled really good. Like I was surprised. Some of them were better than others. Some of them smelled unique,
Mm-hmm.
but some of them
Yeah.
didn't. But there was 1 or 2 in particular. I can't remember what the name of them was, but it's a good option. I mean, it's better than the alternative of like smelling like shit, or
Yep.
or overpowering yourself with Axe body spray.
Tag. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I back in the day I used to use Axe body spray. I think it has a time and a place, but
I did. I'm guilty. I did too.
yeah, I mean, I think it's a gateway to fragrances, and again, I think it has a time and a place. I mean, if
Mm-hmm.
what would you rather smell, BO or
Yeah, seriously.
you
Yeah.
know?
No, I'm with you. I'm with you. They all have their place for sure.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but
That's a good one.
thank you. So, what
Mm-hmm.
you rocking with candles? What you got?
Ooh, my favorite candle right now is by a company called Le Labo. Um, it is called Santel 26. I've been on that fragrance or that candle fragrance for maybe about 5 years now.
Okay.
And the crazy thing is, so for my wife's 30th, about 2 years ago, or a year ago, I'm sorry, we went to New York. And remember, I was telling you, like, I was in Soho,
Mm-hmm.
and we got a hotel downtown, and it was called the Public Hotel, I think, Public Hotel, New York City.
Okay.
And the fragrances that they were kicking out, kind of like Abercrombie and Hollister style, was Le Labo, Santel 26. So like the hallways and everything just smelled like that. The elevators, it was like the most amazing thing ever because I was like, this is our favorite scent for a candle. So highly recommend it if you guys live near. I know they have it at Nordstrom,
Okay.
um, but definitely something I recommend. You light it and fills the whole room, especially like I live in an apartment right now, so um, it doesn't. It's like quick work for your whole entire apartment to smell like that. It's a very very nice smell. It's got cocoa bean in it and things like that. I believe cocoa bean or tonka bean, one of them, but really good, very strong. They don't have it in fragrance form, unfortunately, but they only have it in candle form. But still, very, very good fragrance. And you can get it in like the little baby ones too. You can get the little ones that's like that. I usually get the big one. You can customize it, like you can put your name on it, or if it's for someone. So it's like also a good Christmas gift or holiday gift for someone, birthday gift as well. So that's what I've been burning. The rest of the candles that I've had. We've actually gotten lucky. I can't think of the names right now, but some at Bath and Body Works because I'm usually in there for my mom, usually
Okay.
because she loves Bath and Body Works. So, sometimes we get lucky with the Bath and Body Works. The little inserts, the ones you insert in the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get the ones with the holiday ones, the ones around Thanksgiving with the pumpkin spice and all that. Like so those are solid. And then TJ Maxx. Sometimes you get really lucky at TJ Maxx, and you could find
It's true.
some bangers in there for sure. So, do I know the names? Hell no, but they smell amazing. We just smell it. We're like, yep, buy this one, buy this one. Yeah. So, I would say, yeah, Santel 26 is the one that is my favorite, but don't sleep on your TJ Maxx's, your Ross's, your Marshalls. Don't sleep on those because you can find some really quality stuff there that's only like $16 or something like that for like a big ass candle. Like the thing will last you for like years unless you burn it every day, like I do, and it lasts like 2 months. So yeah, that's a good one too. Damn, you picked all the good ones, man. I'm like, I picked all the basic shit.
Well, and I went back to back, so
You did. All right, so let me. I got one. I got one. So
uh,
I will say, I'll pull out a prop here. I can bust out a prop. Let me bust out a prop real
sure.
quick.
Just remember, this is an audio medium.
Oh yeah. Oh my bad. All right. So this is for your eyes only. Sorry.
It's
So
okay.
yeah, I will say a really nice pen. Get you a really
Okay.
nice pen, a fine point. If you like the ballpoint pens, whatever. You like the ones with the ink that kind of spit out. You like the ones with I call it the Benjamin Franklin point. with the Declaration of Independence and shit. If you write really neat cursive, if you write some shitty ass cursive, don't do that. Don't buy that pen because it does not work for people that write shitty like me. I write like a damn school teacher. Like, it's bad. It's really bad. But yeah, a nice pen goes a long way, man. Something that's just something to feel, something you could always pull out. We were talking about suits earlier. You got like a nice white crisp shirt, maybe an Oxford button down, something you could just put right, right there, or you got a nice little jacket. Hey, always be prepared. It's good, especially and for my guys, like, hey man, you want to give your girl your number or something like that. I don't know if they really do this anymore, but I feel like I've been married for 35 years, but for the dudes, I'm out the game. I've been out the game for a while, but I don't know if dudes do this, but like you just pull out your pen, like, let me just write my number down. I'm pretty sure people just pull out their phone right now. But
Yeah.
anyway, hey, can I have your business card and then flip it over and just write your number here? Let me get this back to you. I don't know. But I think it's good, for business deals.
Yeah, I was just
you're
going to say.
networking with people. They pull out their business card. Hey, you know what? Let me write my number on this. So I would say maybe a combination. I guess I could cheat a little bit. I would say have your business card if you have a business or a side hustle or something like that. Have that and the pen combined. Hey man, build your network up. So
you're golden.
definitely
Especially,
would say
it's going to look better than pulling out a Bic.
That is true. That is very true.
Or it's not right, and you got a lighter on you. Let me light this ballpoint up real quick and make it right.
Yeah. Exactly. I like that. And I guess I would say since you picked two, I'll pick one more. I am a fan of card cases. I think a card case, as you get a little bit older, you don't need those like thick ass wallets anymore. I think a card case is good. All you really need is your license, maybe a business card or two here and there. If you want the card case with the money clip, if you still carry money, do that. And then maybe like, a debit card if you need to make any ATM withdrawals and, your major credit card, I think. So I think if you do that, I think that's like 4 cards right there and some cash. I think you're good.
You're
thin out
golden.
that wallet a little bit. Yeah. And then you can get something nice. I mean, if you want to get like a designer wallet, like I said, it's all based on your budget. For me, the latest one I got when I was I was actually in Europe earlier this year. I went to London and went to Paris, and I went to the famous Harrods, which is like, yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
damn.
I got one.
So there you go. I went to the famous Harrods, and which is a huge like shopping area, and I got me a card case. I think the brand was called Aspinall. It's a UK brand. I like the coarse grain leather, and I like pebble grain leather. Those are like my 2 favorite types of leathers, just because of the feel. So something like that. Something Fossil actually has good leathers too. I forgot about Fossil. Fossil, that's something that's more local to us. Fossil has really good leathers. You can get that really like butter soft leather. You can get pebble grain leather, coarse grain leather, whatever you want. You can get knot leather. Whatever suits your fancy. But I think having a card case is something that's nice. We want to get out the phase of like the bulging, the wallets that's just too bulging and you put in your pocket and it's just like this huge bulge there. You don't want
Most of that shit you don't need.
Yeah, you don't need any of it. You don't need any of it. Like how many credit cards do you need? Then most of your credit cards you can upload to your phone these days. So it's like just having a major credit card, your license, maybe your, health insurance card or something like that, maybe a little bit of cash, I think you're good to go. So I would definitely say card case is the way to go these days.
I wholeheartedly agree. Once I discovered like those slim wallets, I never went back. So that's that's very key.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So for my next one.
Okay.
Let's see here. There, when we were talking about this, like I was like, oh, I'm gonna struggle to come up with some, and then like I just like wrote down like a whole bunch of shit, and I'm like,
yeah.
I'm gonna go with back to a grooming item that I think that not a lot of guys use, and
Okay.
it's kind of weird. It kind of blows my mind, but
Hmm.
a manicure kit.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a really, really good one, bro.
Thank
Yes,
you.
100%. Hmm.
You know, I mean, I was thinking about this like a week or two ago. Like I was in a vehicle with a coworker, and
Hmm.
we had a pretty long drive, and he's like biting his nails off and like putting the what he bit off like on his lap while he's driving, and he's just like, and I'm like, get a nail clipper. Like how hard, dude? Come on. At the very least, a nail clipper.
Please, I implore you. I implore you. Yes, this is a prop, but obviously the audience can't see it. But just having a nice nail kit, man, is this is
Yeah.
in my desk. This is my office drawer, bro. Like, come on. I got one in the bathroom, one in the office drawer. Like, it's a necessary thing for sure,
It-
100%.
yeah, it's not girly, okay,
No,
guys.
no.
It's not girly. You should be taking care of your nails.
Hmm.
Ladies do notice your fingernails, but more importantly for you, nobody wants to see
Hmm.
like a bunch of dirt underneath your nails or
Yep.
long nails or
Hmm.
if, I don't know if I know I've done it. You probably have done it too. You ever like snag a
Yeah.
cuticle or something on something and it
Oh,
kind of,
absolutely.
yeah, and it doesn't feel good. And you can avoid that with a manicure set,
Absolutely.
And I will mention that, Pete and Peter does have an awesome one, and, they'll be linked below of this podcast. So if you want to like check it out, I implore you, go check it out. It's inexpensive and it's amazing. So
Hmm. I agree for sure. That's dope. Okay. I'm trying to think. I got a couple written down, but now you brought it to that level. I'm like, there's things that there's guys that need, essentials. Like, okay, I got one.
okay.
We were talking about grooming kits. We need a face washing system, program, whatever. Definitely need that. I mean, I know Pete and Pedro. That's the type of time you're on. I
Yeah.
like Kiehl's, Jack Black, things like that. So I use Kiehl's currently right now, the
T. Shanley,
moisturizing.
which will also be conveniently linked down in the description if you guys want to check
It,
that out.
this is true. This is true. This is true. Yes, yes. Having a routine is major key, man. Like I get up in the morning, I wash my face every other day. I don't do it every day, but I do it every other day. And yeah, man, I just have the regular, the cleanser, the clay mask. I have the moisturizer, I have the avocado thing for mine, which is like you put it under like your eyelids. Since I have two jobs, sometimes you got those bags in your eyes, but how you keep your skin tight under there, you got the avocado stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, we got a midnight routine or night routine. So yeah, I think that's a major key for guys, man, because we will age fast, for sure. Right?
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
so
And
yeah.
again, it's not girly. It's something that you can really
Hmm.
you really need to do. You need to take care of your skin. I mean, I know we've
Hmm.
all heard that. Oh, girls do that, and so like again, it's the same skin. It's skin. You need to take
Skin
care
is
of it.
skin, bro.
Yeah.
Skin is skin. Yeah.
What
Hmm.
funny story? A different coworker of mine, like they know that I do videos and content creation, and he called me and he's just like, Chris, I met a girl and she's coming up in November and I kind of really want to like look my best and like what can I do? And he's like, I need something for the skin, and I'm like, oh well, I got the hookup, man. And I got him to try a T. Shanley kit, and
Yeah.
I know I jokingly plugged it before, but I legitimately got him a T. Shanley kit, and he tried it, and I could tell instantly, or within like a
Mhm.
couple of days, like he was
Mhm.
using it, and I could tell. And I asked him, I'm like, hey, did it come in? And he's like, yeah, it did. It came in. I'm like, I know it did because you look better. Like you.
No, yeah. Face looks great. Skin's looking good.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Because every time you go outside, man, you're dealing with the elements. You know, you're gonna have dust on you. You know, dust and bacteria, all that stuff. Just because you can't actually see it doesn't mean it's not there. You know,
Yeah.
especially in areas. You know, I would implore people that live in, you know, the city like New York. It's a smoggy city.
Oh yeah. Sure.
Philadelphia, smoggy city, right? So like that stuff is it's on your face because you're there in the elements every day. So it's like, you know, if you ever went to like a spa or something like that, like I know a lot of guys don't do it, you know, unless you're in a relationship, you do like a group spa or whatever. But like if you've ever let them like clean your face and your body, you'll realize exactly how much dirt comes off of your face and your skin. And you'd be like pretty disgusted, like that came off of me. Like, yeah, it did. So you really need to make sure that you have a good routine. And, you know, I mean, one of the best perks is you look your best. Like if you're trying to impress that guy or girl, like why not look your best? Why not have, you know, your best your best foot forward, you know, and you know, really just impress that individual you're trying to impress by having good skin. I mean, it's the things that are so simple that we just overlook,
Yep.
especially as guys. We overlook that all the time, you know.
Yep.
So
And plus the stereotype too doesn't help.
definitely. Yeah,
But
absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah.
but for sure you gotta take care of your skin.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it looking good.
100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Cool. What you got?
Well, skincare was on my list, so you actually took one for me.
Hey, there we go. We're even now. We're even.
Yeah. The other one that I would like to talk about, actually, I got two more on my list, but
Okay.
we'll go with quality hair products.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah. I mean, it's of utmost importance that if you're putting something in your hair,
Mm-hmm.
it's good quality.
Yeah.
You know, and you got to have something that works for your hair type and style.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I mean you're a legend. You got the Johnny Bravo thing going on with your hair. I'm always say that. I'm like, you got the Johnny Bravo. That's the Johnny Bravo.
Well, thank you.
It's the JB. It's the JB, man. JB God. JB God, man. Oh man.
But
No, I agree with that for sure. 100%. That's always good. Yeah, it depends on, you know, everyone's hair is different. So, you know, you get what products works for you. Shameless plug.
Pete and Pedro, they are amazing. They'll be linked below.
Yep. Again. Again.
Again, you can get all kinds of hair products there. There's just amazing stuff. I mean, find what works for you, but avoid, because this is my pet peeve, avoid hair gel like the plague. I mean, first of all, it's not 2001 anymore. It doesn't look exactly right. And I've seen far too many guys with thinning hair that thinks hair gel is going to make them look better. It does not. If you have thinner hair, or your hair is thinning and you're using hair gel, it's going to make your hair look even thinner because it's basically just like glue. The strands are sticking together, and it's not a good look. There are much better options out there, guys. Plus, it's not good for your hair. There's a bunch of alcohol in hair gel, and it'll dry your hair out. You know, it's just not good. So find something that not only looks good, but also nourishes your hair too.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, I use a lot of natural stuff like coconut oil and things like that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, like those help with growth. Those promote growth as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as well as you can get, you know, like some of those ingredients that stimulate growth for facial hair, right? So like for me, I mean, the audience can't see it, but like, you know, it takes me a while to grow a beard. Like, and it's not a full beard. It takes a while, right? So it's like having those, you know, ingredients that help to stimulate that growth, things like that, like different oils and whatnot, that are in a lot of these good products, right? That don't have like the parabens and stuff in them. they'll really help you, from your face to your hair, to keeping your hair rich and healthy and moisturized at all times instead of it being flaky and dry, especially in the winter months. Your hair dries out, in those winter type months, right? So you want to make sure your scalp is good. You want to get good shampoos, good conditioners, things like that, maybe leave-in conditioners. Those are super key, man, because I mean, that alone, like, makes your hair look really, really good.
Yeah.
So definitely to piggyback off of what you're saying,
Yeah,
100%.
for sure.
Mhm.
And coconut oil, avocado oil, I know a lot of people
Olive
use.
oil's solid. Yeah,
Yep.
the olive oil's good.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a
Argan
ton of
oil.
different oil. Argan oil, Moroccan oil,
Yep.
tons of good oils to stimulate growth, and you have rich, healthy hair, like very nice, silky hair. If you have that grade of hair, you don't need any type of gel.
Yeah.
Just maybe some type of styling gel, styling something,
Yeah,
but
styling aid. Yeah.
styling aid. There we go. Yep. So
Yep.
yeah,
And one of the cool
100%.
benefits about argan oil too is that it's a natural heat protectant. So if you got to blow dry your hair, you're gonna curl your hair for the ladies or flat iron, it's another level of protection, and it can be found in a whole bunch of stuff. There, you can get it by
Yeah.
itself, but you'll find it in your shampoos and conditioners.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, do your research, folks, for sure. Pete
Mm-hmm.
Pedro is definitely a good start. I know you talk about it on your channel a lot for sure. So I would say go back to those videos and peep those if you don't know about Pete and Pedro. And then, go to your nearest Target, go to your nearest, wherever store is near you and do a little research. Go early, beat the crowds and do a little bit of research. See what's going on, see what your hair actually needs. And don't be ashamed, as a guy to ask your woman, or ask your partner,
Mm-hmm.
hey, what are you using? Because 9 times out of 10, a lot of those ingredients you can use as a man. So just something,
Yep.
just as a pro tip, something like that. Or if you have female friends or, other guy friends that, upkeep themselves, that might be something that, you can check out. Or you can check out The Well-Rounded Dude on YouTube and learn some stuff, get some education.
Yeah, that's for sure. And you guys can always ask a question. I'll do my best to answer it. As best as possible. I mean, sometimes hair can be a little tough because I can't visually see it, but if I will answer your question to the best of my ability. I've done that a few times, and it's gotten good results, or at least I've heard good results. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool.
Thank you.
I know I got two more. So I think I'm going to say a all white sneaker. I think an all white low top sneaker, talking like an Oliver Cabell, we're talking about a Thursday sneaker, nice something low top, something for everyday purposes. Tennis shoes, some people call it a Stan Smith by Adidas is also a good one. Yeah, I know I'm rocking Thursdays. I love Thursday. Their boots, I love their
Dude, I love their
boots.
boots.
Their boots are super dope. Yeah,
Yes.
and Beckett Simonon too. Beckett Simonon.
Yep.
Their low top white sneaker. Their boots are solid. I have the all black Chelsea boots in the closet right now. So definitely, an everyday sneaker, something you can wear. We're talking about leather jackets. Pair it with a leather jacket, maybe a nice pair of denim.
Yeah.
Rock that turtleneck if it's cold outside. If not, lose a turtleneck. Rock a crisp black or white tee. So
Yeah.
definitely a huge fan of the low top white sneaker. That's definitely a major key. I can't live without.
I wholeheartly agree. That is a good thing. One key thing though is make sure you keep it clean. Nobody wants to see
absolutely.
Yeah, nobody wants to see any dirty white sneakers. It loses its effect.
Dude, it's easy to clean that thing too.
Yeah, but you mentioned Beckett Simonon.
Yes.
Yeah, they're pretty good, and shameless plug. They will be linked down in the description.
This guy knows everybody.
if you happen to want to try some Beckett Simonon sneakers, it'll be linked. You can find it there.
Solid. They're pretty solid. Them Oliver Cabell on Thursday. they're my three favorite. I will say that for
Y-
sure. Affordability and material.
Now, talk to me about the Thursday sneakers because I don't have a pair of Thursday sneakers yet. How are they?
They're good, man. They're very good. I got my size. You know how usually with Thursday there's like a slight break-in period sometimes? I didn't really
Yeah.
feel I didn't feel like a break-in period with these for some
Okay.
reason. Like it was like they got it right the first time where there wasn't that break-in period where you have to wear it for a few weeks, at least for me. Um, but yeah, they're really good. The leather is it's a tough leather. And it's easy to clean, super easy to clean. Um, I think they have different ones. Like I got the all white, but
Mm-hmm.
I think they're the ones I have to go back and check. But I think they have the ones that have like the white at the top, and then you can get like a gummy bottom, or you
I
can
think
get
they
like,
do.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I think they do have, and I was like, damn, if I could go back, I would have got the gummy bottom, but I didn't look, I didn't see those, so I just got the all white. But the gummy bottom, that brown gummy bottom, I actually like that, so I think that would have been cool to get, just because that's the part that always gets dirty. So it's like I get the I forget what the brand is called, but it's the one kit you can get in the store. Um, is it Jack something? It's like a little kit, and you can get like the spray, and you get like the
Okay.
little hand towel. I forget what it is. I think you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. The name's
I forget.
slipping my
Yeah, I
mind
forget what
too.
the hell
So
it's called though. But yeah, I got it in the closet. But like, you get the little kit like that. It's like $20, and you get like the spray. You get like the little cleaning wipes, and you get like an actual towel, like a small towelette. You just wipe it. Like when I was on a work trip earlier this year, that's exactly what I did. When like my casual fits, that's what I did. I just literally threw that in the bag. And after, the airplane, I got off the airplane to and from, and then when we went out for like nightly events, I would throw on the sneakers. They were good, super comfortable. And I'm flat footed, by the way, y'all. So just keep that in mind. Like I was able to stand for hours. Like we went to like a Golf Galaxy-ish place. It was like a gaming area. We were drinking beer. We were standing. We were chilling, and I was good on my feet for hours. So highly recommend them. I think they were only at the time like $129. But I know that Thursday typically they have sales, I think. So um, definitely check them out. But yeah, to you, man, I definitely say you might want to get a pair and do a review because they're pretty solid. I like them a lot. I have no complaints with them, and I think I'm definitely gonna get the ones with the gummy bottom soon for
yeah,
sure.
there's a bunch of stuff from Thursday that I've been looking at getting.
Hmm.
I do love the boots. I've got like
Yeah.
four pairs. Uh,
Which ones you got? You got
I've
the
got
Kelsey boots?
Yep, I have two pairs of Chelsea boots. I've got
Okay.
they had
Hmm.
it's supposed to be like a little bit slimmer. You can kind
Okay.
of
Okay.
dress them up so you can kind of wear them with a suit if you want to. I got
Okay.
those. Those are
Yeah. Yeah.
awesome. And then I've got them in a kind of like a honey brown suede, which is nice.
Mm. Okay. That sounds nice.
Yeah, thank you. And it I like to wear that with like some like dark denim, like dark wash denim.
Hmm. Hmm.
Like some like lighter browns or whatever. It really works. My first pair, it was the black suede chukkas.
Yeah.
Those are awesome. And
Hmm.
what's cool about like Thursday suede is that it's water repellent. So
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to wear them in the rain or whatever
Hmm.
because it's awesome. And I have
That's
a
dope.
pair of the Casimotos.
That sounds very familiar.
Yeah, those yeah, they designed that in partnership with I believe Randy Gerber is his name,
Okay.
uh,
Okay.
the tequila guy.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, so he designed those. At the time when I got them, they were limited edition, and then they made a comeback. But they're
Okay.
they're pretty tight. They're like a high top boot. Well,
Okay.
above the ankle,
Yeah. Yeah.
definitely. I think it's like
Yeah.
8 inches, something like that. But
I like those. I like those. Yeah, for sure. That's dope. Fun fact. When we met back in 2020, I was wearing brown close toe Oxfords.
mhm.
They were actually from Thursday.
Really,
They were from Thursday, yeah. And it was a brand that I was experimenting with before I actually met. I think I met one of the guys, a couple of guys that was there actually, giving away some shoes and stuff like that. But yeah, I tried it prior because of the Style OG. So
Yep.
he had mentioned them, I believe he mentioned them, and I was like, oh, okay, let me try them out. And it was like a chocolate brown. I don't know if you remember, it was chocolate brown, uh, closed toe Oxfords leather.
Yep.
And yeah, those were from Thursdays. So they were my first pair of Thursdays, and they were nice. Very, very nice shoes. So yeah.
Yeah.
And welted. They had the welted bottom, I believe. So it was like I wasn't slipping and sliding. So that was
Yeah.
good because you know those wood floors, like
Yeah.
where we're at. Yeah, you would bust your ass.
Yeah, real quick.
Yeah,
No inclement
absolutely.
weather, just moisture in the air, and you'll
Yep. Hmm.
and you'll be
You're tripping.
sliding, breaking your
It's
ass.
over. Oh yeah. You'll find your way to the stage somehow.
Yeah. Now,
um,
one thing I do want to point out, what's cool, guys, is that with Thursday, you're getting a like much higher quality boot for a much lower price. So like while we're
yeah.
you know while we're paying like on an average like probably like $200 for a pair of shoes. You said the
Yeah.
sneakers were cheaper, but I mean,
Mm.
this stuff is going to last you forever if you take care of it. Like my Chukkas, I've had for like 5 years,
Ooh, that's dope. That's really
and
dope. Hmm.
even that, I mean, those were like 160 or something like that when I got them 160, 170, something like that. And
Yeah.
if the soles go out, you can have them resold.
Yes, that's a very. I'm glad you said that because we were talking about H&M earlier. Um, Disclaimer, yeah, when you get those, when you're testing out your fashion sense or your style, just keep in mind a lot of those soles are actually glued soles. So when they wear down, they
That's
cannot
it.
be replaced. You have
Yeah.
to get right. So you think of like your Aldos, you think of your Call It Springs, like things like that. When they're done, they're done.
Yeah.
So when you do like something like a Thursday, and that's why we always emphasize, we've said it at least 3 or 4 times on this podcast, is that you need to make sure that whatever your budget can afford, you get, right? But if you can afford to get a little bit of a surplus, Thursday is a great entry level for someone that's like, hey, I want something that's going to last. Beckett Seminon is another good one. These are things that can be replaced. These soles can be replaced. You can get the welted, bottoms, the ones that have more of like the hardcore bottom where you're not slipping and sliding. So, it's just you pick your poison. But yeah, when you have a shoe that can be resold, that's the most beautiful thing ever because now a shoe that you bought 5 years ago can last you. You can last you 10, 15 years if you wanted to, as long as you're responsible for making sure that if it's leather, making sure that you're putting a polish on it, or you can just go to a store and have someone do it for you. But at the same time, if you like that, if that's your muse, like you like to polish your own shoes and things like that. So yeah, definitely get something that's resolable. And another thing I'll say to your point is shoe trees. Please get some goddamn shoe trees.
Yes.
Don't
Yes.
have your shits looking jackknife and ugly and creased on the top. Like, get some shoe trees. There's ones for boots. So I don't want to hear anybody say, well, the ones for shoes are like they're too far down. No, there's one specifically for boots as well. I
It's,
think does their Thursday have those? Does Thursday have the ones for the boots, like the cedar wood trees?
I think so.
I
Yeah.
think they do. I think they do. I think I'm pretty sure I saw them on there or back at seminar somewhere. But they have the ones specifically for boots that like they're literally shaped like a boot, so you can just insert those right in there. Uh, but yeah, those two things, resolable and shoe trees, mainly the cedar ones, the wood ones, because it absorbs that moisture. So like stinky feet and stuff is no more when you put those in there. So
Yep.
just two key gems for the guys out there.
Yep. And they will last you forever. And
Absolutely.
you'll be able to pass those boots down to your grandchildren if you do that.
If you so choose, absolutely.
Yeah.
You never know, man. Thursday might be the new Gucci in 30 years. You never know. You never know.
Yeah. I also want to
Absolutely.
try their leather jackets. I have not tried one
Yeah,
yet.
that was the next thing I was going to ask you about. I was like, did you try the leather jackets? I know they got the suede and they got the regular leather. So
Yeah,
I wanted to know.
I'm every time I look at them, I'm like, oh, I find
Yeah.
myself I find myself with my credit card in my hand, and I'm like, how did you get here? Not yet, damn it,
Absolutely.
not yet.
Absolutely. Yep.
It's
Yep. You guys. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they look good, and I love that matte black look.
Yeah. The matte black is good, and that shadow gray for the
Mm-hmm.
suede jackets.
Mm-hmm.
Super sick. I know they got that shadow gray for the Chelsea boots too, but
Yes.
the suede, dangerous, bro.
Fire.
Dangerous. Like,
Straight
oh
fire.
yeah. Yeah. I feel like was Alpha M wearing that? Or I forget what brand
I
that
think
is,
he
that All
did.
Saints or something?
Uh,
Is that the one?
All Saints for the jacket, but the
Okay.
boots. He's got the
Yeah.
gray boots. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember he wore that shit when what was it, the day two?
Mm-hmm.
And I just wanted to tell him like, yo, how dare you wear that fly ass shit? How dare you wear those Chelsea boots and that gray fire ass jacket? Like, you disrespecting me right now. Like, bro, you're casually fly, and I'm sick of it. We're all in suits, and you're just out here just on some bullshit. But I'm here for it. I'm here for it, Alvin. I'm here for it. Nah, kudos to my guy, man.
Yes, for sure.
Philly, Philadelphia native. You know, I gotta pay my respects
Yep. If he's
for
listening,
sure.
what's up, Aaron?
Yeah, what up, man? How you doing, bro? Awesome, man. But
Ah,
yeah, that was my list, bro. I don't know if you had anything else
I
or
have one more item.
yeah, talk to me.
Okay. Uh, you made me think of it when we were talking a little bit before about like hair stuff.
Okay.
I'm going to show you. The guys at home can't see it, but I am really digging the Forte series beard pencil.
Okay. Tell me about that.
Okay, so this works not just for your beard, but for your hairline. Some guys like they want to like touch up a little bit on their temples.
Hmm.
I actually just saw a video on Instagram today about a guy like touching up his eyebrows. Uh,
Okay.
I don't know if you need to go that far
Yeah,
into it,
that's intense. Yeah.
but for your beard, sometimes people have, guys have a hard time growing a beard, or it's patchy. I mean, sometimes mine is not the fullest, but this works. You can just, extend it out a little bit and just
Okay.
mark in the, color in the parts that are a little lighter. And it's got
Yeah.
another tip that's like a blending tip, and just
Hmm.
mark it down and it'll look like real hair. It's waterproof. Sweatproof will last
Hmm.
for the day, and it'll fill in
Yeah,
your
yeah.
beard. It's not something I
Okay.
rock every day, but
Yeah, yeah.
the days where you're feeling a little insecure,
Hmm.
you can pull it out and it'll fill in your beard.
Interesting. Interesting. That's dope. Okay. I like that. I never thought of that. That's
Yeah,
pretty interesting.
yeah.
Wow.
Alex Costa's Forte line.
Oh,
So
Alex Costa. Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Got you. Okay.
and like I said, it works. They advertise it as a beard and hairline thing. So
Hmm.
like if a little thinner up top or whatever, you can
Hmm.
do that.
Yeah.
Uh, again, I saw some guy doing it on his eyebrows today. I don't think you need to go that far, but that's up to you. If you feel that you have
Yeah.
sparse eyebrows, then
Hmm.
there's a
Hmm.
product out there for you.
I love it. Yeah, no, I'm here for that. I'm here for that. Yeah, well, since you said that, it made me think of one more. I don't even know if we hit 10. Like, dude, I think we did 10 together,
Between the two of us,
collective.
we've had to have done more than 10. You're getting like a
Yeah,
bonus
yeah,
here on the Well-Rounded Dude podcast, everybody.
yeah. You really are. I'm pretty sure we had like 25 at this point, but
Yeah.
yeah, there's a couple gems. But I would say, okay, I would say honorable mention. We did mention it earlier, but it should actually be a number. I'm a huge fan of selvage denim. I love selvage denim, dark denim. You can get them for cheap actually at Uniqlo. Uniqlo has really good selvage denim. Highly recommend. It's only about like $49 or something like that for like a really good quality pair of selvage denim. I like it because when you first get them, they're stiff. They are stiff,
Okay.
but they start to mold to your physique, right? So as you wear them, they start to become like the go-to pair. So when you think of like your dad or like your uncle always wearing that one pair of jeans back in the day, right? Like the closets were very small back then, right? But
Mm-hmm.
it's like they have that one pair that they're like, damn, like, you got the fade, it's fading in there in certain areas of the pant, but it looks really cool. You might even have like a little rip in there, but it's like molded to you. Like it's like a you think of like a Wrangler, like a old school Wrangler or old school Levi jean. It's just like, damn, that fits
Yours.
him or her perfectly. Selvage denim has that ability, right? So highly recommend a pair of selvage denim. It goes with everything we literally said. Like, you have say like another honorable mention aside from the charcoal suit, you want a sports coat, right?
Yes.
You want a sports coat, definitely a sports coat. That could be whatever you want. I like notch lapels for that, wide notch lapels. I'm not really a skinny lapel guy, but wide notch lapels, three and a half, inch or whatever is good. You could wear like a checkered pattern. You can wear a houndstooth. You could really get creative with it. You could wear different materials like a hop sack, which is good for all season, or like a lighter cotton. You can get really original with your style, and you can rock that selvage denim, and then you can pair it with, we were talking about chuckas, wallabies, the low top white sneaker. So we literally just gave you a fit, if you will, like, without even really doing that. We kind of gave you like low key a capsule closet of like items that you can have, and you can
Yeah.
buy the accessory stuff like the shirts and stuff, to complement it. But kind of gave you like the key pieces for a capsule closet. So, these are things that you really really need. And then I would say for, my techies or my gamers, the last thing I'll say is maybe some over-ear headphones. I mean, my brother's wearing them right now. You can't see it, but my brother's wearing them right now. But, you know, really, do your research on like a real good quality pair, for the money that you can afford. I mean, would it be nice to look cool with the AirPod, Pro Maxes? Yeah, but they're like damn near 500 and some dollars. We're not doing that. But you can do both. You can do, Sony of all levels. So get in where you fit in. The Turtle Beaches, right, for the
Yep.
gamers. Definitely that. I work in tech full time, so that's my career. So, over-ear headphones, if you go to a coffee shop or something like that, that's something that, you kind of just drown out the noise, get into a different atmosphere and just kind of zone out, lock into what you got to do. So highly recommend if you're in an open office. That's kind of like the newer thing. Like not everyone has the cubicle lifestyle anymore. So open offices is like the newer thing, and it has to be fun and cool, to kind of get people to get back to the office and stuff that have like those traditional 9 to 5. So having the over ear headphones to kind of block out the noise and just kind of lock in, whether you're a coder, whether you're graphic designer, project manager, whatever you are. I found that that's something that it was something that was a nice to have at one point, right? And then it became an essential for me, at least in my line of work. So I definitely got to put that on the list for sure.
I 100% agree. There's a lot of things that, especially tech wise, that a lot of people don't think about getting
Hmm.
until they actually need it, and then they're like shit out of
Hmm.
luck. I
Right.
would recommend getting like a USB mic for your computer. It's
Oh,
gonna,
that's a good one.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna sound better than what's on your laptop or whatever, and it's gonna be good. Like for this, we're using a Blue Yeti. I'm using a Blue Yeti.
Yetis are fire.
Yeah,
Yeah, Yetis are sick. Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, can you get other ones? Of course. There's
Hmm.
always, but this serves a purpose, and it sounds really good, and that's what I've been using for the podcast.
Hmm. You coming
So
in crystal clear.
well, thank
Coming in
you.
crystal clear. Yeah, every time we talk, I'm like, damn, crystal clear sound. The backlights that you have. The tripod setup is good, and you can get those fairly cheap, man. I know my brother has some links. You definitely gotta link some of that stuff down
Yep.
in the description.
Yep.
Um, you know, I'm gonna get you rich after this podcast.
Yeah.
You got Pete Pedro, Thursday, Becky Summer. You get in the bag after this one.
Yeah. All of it will be linked
Yeah,
down there, down in the
absolutely.
description.
Down below. Down
Yes.
below. Yeah, man. So yeah, that's dope, man. But yeah, no, this was fun, man. I definitely appreciate you having me. 2/3 of us, eventually, three of three will be together.
The full
Just
turtleneck squad. We'll have to wear turtlenecks for
absolutely.
that.
I've been collecting my turtlenecks. I'm ready. And it's cold too. So I'm 100% ready to rock my turtleneck now. So
right.
It's in the closet. So, if we can get, Elliot, for those that don't know, he's in Australia. So
Yeah.
that's why it's hard for us to connect
We
because he's on the other side of the
we got to
world.
tell the story. So, like, the three of us are like really good friends. We've been talking for like 3 years. We all live in different parts of the world. We're
Hmm.
in America, so it's a little bit easier. But like you said, Elliot's out in Australia. The
Yeah,
three of us cannot get the time change down for shit.
at
We,
all. At all.
for those that don't know, Australia is like about 14 or 16 hours ahead. So while we're on a Tuesday right now,
Mhm.
they're on Wednesday. So we'll make plans,
Morning.
huh? Yeah. And
Wednesday morning.
yeah. And we'll make plans to like talk for like a Tuesday or whatever. And we just all completely forget that he's on a completely different time. So it's always hard for us, but we will get it together.
Yeah, we will. That was my bad this time. I was like, oh, right. I remember you. we're in Messenger, and you're like, uh, well, today's Monday, but it's Tuesday in Elliot's time. I was like,
yeah.
oh shit, you're right.
Yeah. I just love reading the message like, shit, you right.
It's like my bad. I fucked that up, guys. My bad. I didn't read between the lines. I forgot. I didn't know we were on Aussie time, bro.
And I'm just like, yeah, we got to remember his time change next time. And and we still didn't do it. So, but
That's funny, man.
yeah,
Eventually we will, man. So, and we got to get him back into the States. I don't know when that's gonna happen, but we got to get him back here for sure.
I know, right? Definitely.
Hmm.
I think we should do our own Menfluential conference. That's where we
I
met.
agree. I think so, man. I think so. I think we can do something, and then all you got to get Jace on the show, man.
Yeah,
That's my man. Yeah, Jace is dope, man, and he's right in the DMV area now. He actually moved back from Arkansas.
yeah,
So he's actually in DC now, and that's where me and my wife want to settle down eventually. So, once these damn housing rates come down, but we're looking to get some property out there as well. So, we could definitely connect that for sure. Like I guess you would have to come to me, and then we'll have to go out there, and maybe visit. Maybe let's bring our like portable stuff. Like I bring my laptop, you bring yours. We'll bring the Yetis,
yeah,
and like literally just do like an on the road podcast. That'd be pretty sick. So
yeah,
I think we can make that work. We'll get like a dope hotel and like just book out like the office room, just take control of it, and then like we'll just Jace just pull up. We're in DC, we're in your city, so
yeah.
come through. Let's do the podcast, and then let's go out for drinks and eat and chill. So I think we might have to finesse that somehow. We might have to make that work.
We got to make it
So.
happen, and the
Mhm.
sooner the better. So,
Absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, I agree with you. I think we should do our own thing or our own little get together because it's been too long and we haven't seen each other, in person since 2020,
yeah,
right before the world shut down. So which was crazy.
yeah.
Uh, so it's like we were literally the month before the world shut down, like crazy, right?
It was like days. Like I got back and it was like
Yeah,
days
it was
later.
good.
It's like, oh, yep,
Hmm. Hmm.
no more travel.
Nope, nope. And it was crazy because it was like, if you think about it, that year, that was leap year.
Yeah,
So we had 29 days of February. So it was pretty sick. It was like all the stars were aligning. It was like super sick. This was like, I think most of our first time traveling solo. Because remember, I had other friends that were gonna go and they like copped out at the last minute. And
yeah,
I was like, you know what? I'm not missing this because it's the last one, right?
yeah,
So, I think we both were like, hey, we were nervous about it, but we just came like not knowing anybody and
yep,
ended up, us three ended up connecting. I ended up connecting with Jace later on. And, we met some of our people, we met Aaron, we met Antonio. I met my man, Tim DeSaint. That's my guy, Tim
yep.
DeSaint, man.
I met him
Super
too.
sick. You see, he's going hard on YouTube too. I'm like, damn, this dude's blowing up more. I'm like, he was already big.
Yep,
Young Pro, my who else? Stylo G.
yep,
Who was it? The Modest Man. Met
yes.
him. Um, yeah, man. So it was. We met a lot of really cool people and connections and George. You remember George?
Yep, I do.
Yeah. George, man. So yeah, and it's just when you go down memory lane, you're like, damn, we met so many cool people, man. So,
I know.
uh, hopefully, I think a good intro would be to get them on the podcast, and then eventually, like, all sync up.
Yeah, for
You know,
sure.
yeah. So I think that would be sick, man. But yeah, man, definitely. I just want to tell you, give you your flowers. Keep up the good work. Proud of you. You
Thank
made
you.
humongous success since 2020 when you just started the channel. You were blowing
Mhm.
up, and you just kept going. Just the discipline and consistency. We all see it, so definitely proud of you for that. And
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
anytime you need me, bro, I'm always a phone call away. So you need me to join any calls or join a podcast or whatever, just hit me up, man. Or if you want to take the podcast on the road, hit your boy up.
All
We'll
right.
figure it out. We'll figure it
Head on down to
out.
Philly or DC.
Hell yeah, bro. We hit Philly first. We'll do some stuff here, and then we'll hightail it up to DC and connect with Jason and everybody, man, for sure.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you for being here, man. You're always welcome here.
Absolutely.
So even don't wait for an invitation. Just be like, hey, I want to get on a podcast. And be like, all right, we'll make it happen.
Absolutely, man. Yeah.
All right.
Respect to the family, the well-rounded family, man, all the dudes and dudettes. You know, keep doing what you're doing. Keep staying fresh and fly, and keep getting tips from this brother here for sure.
Thank you, man. Thank you. We'll see you soon.
All right, man.
All
Talk
right.
to y'all
Yep.
later.
Later. All right, guys, we're going to put a pin in it there. I just want to give a huge shout out to my boy Yahya and thank you for coming on here and discussing all things well-rounded with me. It was very cool to have you. You're always welcome here. You know that, bro. And I want to thank you guys for listening. Hopefully you learned something. I mean, we dropped a lot of knowledge in this episode. So, take from it what you will and apply it to your daily life, and you too will be extremely well-rounded. So with that, thanks for listening. We would appreciate a comment, a like, a share, a follow, a subscribe over on our YouTube channel. And for any of the things that we talked about, well, most of the things we talked about, you can find in the description, such as Pete and Pedro and T. Hanley. And we appreciate that. It helps fund this little movement we got going here. So we appreciate that. Thank you. Be sure to check out the Well Rounded Dude website, and Dude 15 will save you 15% off your total purchase, and there's a lot of cool stuff there. So we will see you next time, guys. Take care. Peace.